It's a saga that began 2 months before the Olympics started. Now the Rio Olympics have finished, India have returned with their worst ever performance, but the Narsingh Yadav saga refuses to end. I have with me Nihal Koshi here. Nihal, Narsingh has been banned for 4 years, but every theory that the National Anti-Doping Agency's panel, they believed everything that Narsingh Yadav said has been completely demolished by the Court of Arbitration for Sport. What are the points that we are talking about here? I mean, what has CAS actually said in its order?
See, WADA appealed the exoneration of Narsingh Yadav and took it to CAS, which is the highest authority for sport. What CAS is saying is order is very clear. It says that what Narsingh has claimed earlier was that his drinks were spiked while training. But what the CAS order after the hearing says is that it was not possible that the drinks were spiked because the concentration of the drug is so high that it had to be ingested via a tablet. Also, Narsingh argued here in NADA that it was a one-time ingestion, means he took it once, and that also because it was spiked. But again, CAS says that it couldn't have been once; it would have been at least twice, because the metabolites of the drug seems to have increased from the first test to the second test. So there's also what they have highlighted is that Narsingh has taken it at least twice.
So and it's important to note here that all the observations of CAS have been made by Professor Christiane Ayotte, who's been leading WADA's charge for a long time. She's been involved in Russia getting banned from international sport. So WADA's and CAS's evidence is pretty strong, based on science rather than circumstantial. What does it say about the National Anti-Doping Agency's role? How do they justify everything that's gone against them in the last 1 month?
See, the National Anti-Doping Agency's hearing panel was somehow convinced that Narsingh was a victim of sabotage. He was sabotaged by a rival, and because of that they exonerated him. But now, if we go by what CAS has said, it seems there are certain loopholes or certain deficiencies in the NADA hearing. But though they haven't made the hearing public, because otherwise in most cases it is public, but in this case they haven't made the hearing public, so we do not know what they went by. But if you look at what CAS has said, there are a lot of deficiencies in NADA's hearing, because they have exonerated an athlete here, but when he goes to CAS, he's got a 4-year ban.
Do you think any sort of political pressure, because there have been murmurs, right? Devendra Fadnavis wrote a letter, Vijay Goyal, the sports minister, had a suo motu statement in parliament. Brij Bhushan Sharan, who is the Wrestling Federation president as well as a BJP MP, he has claimed that he sought intervention from the PMO. Do you think that pressure must have applied on NADA in any way?
See, on the face of it, it looks like there was a certain amount of pressure, because Narsingh Yadav was exonerated, but we don't know under what circumstances he was exonerated and how the hearing panel was convinced. And there were so many big heavyweight politicians talking in support of Narsingh Yadav. So there seems to have been some amount of political pressure. And at the end, but when it has gone to CAS, the whole thing has backfired, and Narsingh Yadav has been banned for 4 years, which means he's going to not only miss this Olympics but the next two.
The Wrestling Federation today, Brij Bhushan Sharan, he held a press conference and he's come up with a new theory where he is blaming the Sports Authority of India officials and as well as the junior NADA officials. What exactly has he come up with now?
I think Brij Bhushan Sharan should first realize that this is not a kangaroo court. He cannot come up with different theories every other day, because what he is doing is he is putting at stake the wrestler's career. And he should realize that he should stick to one theory and not come up with different theories every day. And also, Brij Bhushan Sharan, as Wrestling Federation of India's president, he has the Wrestling Federation's decision to pull Praveen Rana back, who was a replacement for Narsingh Yadav, and just send Narsingh there when they knew. They should have known at least. They claim that they didn't know, but they should have known that WADA would appeal and this scenario would arise. And WADA is not going to buy, when WADA has appealed and when Narsingh is supposed to get a 4-year ban, then there was always the scenario where he could be banned from competing. So here, what Wrestling Federation has done is cost India a place.
And also spoiled Narsingh's career.
And spoiled Narsingh's career completely.
It remains to see what happens in this saga. It doesn't look like it will end anytime soon. There are still lots of twists and turns one can expect. What is sure as of now is that Narsingh Yadav's career is all but over. It's on a very shaky ground. How this saga unfolds? You're saying something?
Yeah, the only way that Narsingh can appeal further is if there is a progress in the police investigation against a cadet wrestler Jitesh, who's supposed to have allegedly spiked the drink. But as of now, the information we have, there is no progress on that case.
And in case there is any material evidence, then they can appeal at the Switzerland Supreme Court, because that's where Cass is based. So it's a long road ahead for Narsingh Yadav. It doesn't look to be ending anytime soon. But keep on watching IndianExpress.com for all the latest updates.